Hallo zusammen, hier spricht Echofrosch und willkommen zurück zu Aviary Attorney. Ich habe ehrlich gesagt keine Ahnung, wo wir hingehen sollen. Ich wüsste von niemandem, den wir fragen können, ob er diese Schokolade gekauft hat. Im Canard Joyeux war nichts, im Louvre war nichts. Und ich bin mir sicher, wenn ich zu den anderen Orten gehe, heißt es: The two fools have returned. What can I help you, messieurs, with today? Need to know the population of Timbuktu, perhaps? Or do you want a rundown of every character in Twelfth Night? Actually, why did I come here? I've already learned everything I wanted to know. Maybe you wanted to take out a book? Don't say silly things, Sparrowson. Come on, we have work to do. Ja, ich kann ja nicht mal in mein Büro und mir die Dinge ansehen, die ich schon in diesem Fall habe oder so. Keine Ahnung, ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass ich schon alles gefunden habe und das jetzt... Ich gehe einfach nochmal durch. Falcon und Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place du Carrousel just outside the Louvre. So, which exhibitions are we visiting today? Okay, vielleicht ist im Salle du Tibre noch irgendwas... Nein, anscheinend nicht. Gut. Tuilerien? Es gibt hier wortwörtlich nichts zu tun. Warum... Ich verstehe nicht, warum wir da hin können und es Zeit braucht, wenn es nichts zu tun gibt. Wenigstens ist hier die Auswahl einfach. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning, but we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So, I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe? Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago? Sparrowson? Sparrowson! Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he is not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There's the matter of the bill. We have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. The This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You, I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken, you're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. All right, I step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see. Au revoir, J.J. Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Ah, Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Silence. I shouldn't be surprised. There are no words that excuse the heinous act of putting an innocent man on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Oh, ich habe seine Stimme vergessen. Come on, monsieur. Wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I were to have to find a doctor or a mortician. My head. Where am I? The Pont d'Arts, you know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're the disrespectful lawyer guy, Giro Falco or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial! I should have been at the Cour d'Assises 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprinted. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur. At least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib, this is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Fountain pen has been added to your hands. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me a fisherman! It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howl and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I am a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I am not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. Disbarred? It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France. He's here. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, I know it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin, but it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, oh, pish-posh, France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial, it'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying? No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howl, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and Messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Das ist schon krass. Wir untersuchen hier mit dem König von Spanien. Okay. Ich bin nicht sicher, was ich hier fragen soll. Also wir wissen, dass sie durch den Salle du Tibre gegangen sind. Wir wissen auch, dass sie in der Grand Galerie fahren und wo das dann war. Höchstens der Südeingang stimmt nicht. Sind sie wirklich durch den Südeingang gekommen? Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Aber kommt man von dem... Are you sure that you entered the Louvre south entrance? Oh mon Dieu, Falcon, are you seriously still tugging at this thread? The king himself just testified, under oath no less, that he entered through the south entrance. You can't possibly have any reason to call this fact into question. Wenn ich dieses Buch noch hätte, die Karte noch hätte, aber... I'm just being thorough. It's important that we explore every nook and cranny. We don't have time for that sort of pedantry. Stick to the important questions, Defense, or I'll end this stupid trial here and now. Ich glaube nicht, nein. Okay. Your Majesty, you say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. I find it curious that Major Howl snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that? The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say that he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. Your Majesty, Prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves, because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Okay, dann war's das. Juan Querido is not the Prince of Spain. That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't? Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II and that she has no children. The Queridos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed. Aber darum geht's ja gar nicht. But his name isn't even Juan Querido. I don't even think the fox is Spanish. So what? So what? That's important. JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That is what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be named Juan Querido or Bob Strony for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January the 6th. I suppose that's true. Gab's noch eine? Nein. Never mind. I have no more questions about Prince Juan. Ich hab keine Ahnung. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle du Tibre uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle du Tibre? Es tut mir leid, wenn ich gerade ein bisschen im Dunkeln herumstochere, aber ich habe wirklich keine Ahnung, wie das... Egal. What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that it passed through without encountering anything of interest. Ich meine... Ich meine, das was man sich vielleicht irgendwie vorstellen könnte, wäre, dass Howl im Salle du Tibre von irgendjemandem diese Schokolade bekommen hat und gleich gegessen hat, da er sie nicht gekauft hat, aber I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So there was that giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howl was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, Prosecutor? No. Please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Signe? Signe? That sounds familiar. Yeah, why yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signe. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signe gave chocolates to Major Howl minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. The gifted chocolate. Das ist auch wieder sowas, was nur im Deutschen funktioniert und was sicher nicht beabsichtigt ist, aber es ist schön. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howl ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes, yes. Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial. Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. Ich meine, wir könnten rein theoretisch erwähnen, dass Sparrowson gerade im Krankenhaus ist und so. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection. Objection. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. This patient, Sparrowson, was admitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profound sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falred. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome! Wait, did you say the king is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Ich weiß nicht, also das fiel mir schon am ersten Prozesstag auf, aber der Richter scheint mir ein kleines bisschen weniger neutral, als er vielleicht sein sollte. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitely proving that a chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. So then, what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Überraschung. Oh, hello. You... Sparrowson. It's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signa, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signa is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling up Mademoiselle Signa as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signa. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signa, and I'm a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signa, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle de Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Hall, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right! I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect for or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. You gained a little favor with the jury. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done the job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Es gibt zwei Dinge. Es könnte dieser Stift sein mit grüner Tinte. Interessant. Aber es sind wahrscheinlich die Tickets. Wir werden ihr zeigen, dass ihre Eltern sicher sind und dass sie sich... Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the fox. Then... that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. I assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Signe, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course the supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signe? Link. Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that a mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signe in the past. I know this because at this very moment I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Aha. Tatsächlich. woher weiß er das? Es ist einfach nur ein Füller mit grüner Tinte. Warum? I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus, that much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I have to find a link between the judge and the crime scene. What are you waiting for, defense? Show us this supposed evidence of my meddling. Okay. Okay, Don Quixote ist es nicht. Die Seite ist es nicht. Es könnte die Rose sein, aber eigentlich auch nicht. Die Karte, aber die haben wir woanders her. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Nein. Oh, I'm not sure. Ja, okay. Okay, das war falsch, das dachte ich mir aber. Aber, was soll das sein? Also, es ist nicht das, es ist nicht das, es ist nicht das, es ist nicht das, es ist nicht das. Die Schokolade? Ich glaube, es ist spät genug, dass wir das auf nächstes Mal vertagen können. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dann.